Hey guys, we are going to do a little update about the house. A couple people were asking, so I figured I would just hop on here and give you guys a little update. So yesterday was the day that our earnest deposit would kind of run out. They give a certain amount of days. I think it's a week that they give you in order to get like your inspections and that type of stuff done. We filed for an extension and then they weren't like getting back to us. And finally, we had to like put this clause or whatever in, like if they didn't get back by a certain time, then we would be able to get out of it, right? So they did that. We have inspections set for a bunch of different things. We're getting things to like check the asbestos, to check the mold, and to give a cost if there is any of removal. We're just doing like a whole big scenario so that we can come big scenario and come back to the table. So those two things, mold, asbestos, they're evaluating those. They are evaluating the beam underneath the house and the sill. Those are two separate people, I think, that are doing that. I don't know why, but I think it's two separate people. Or maybe it's just like they're giving two different prices. The sellers do have options on getting like opinions of their own if they want to do that. Let's see, we need somebody they're coming out to do the electrical. Or not to do the electrical, to evaluate the electrical. And I believe that they're going out to evaluate the boiler, but I'm not entirely sure about that. That was kind of like up in the air as far as the electrician, and the boiler was kind of up in the air. I do know there was somebody that was going to be able to access the panel so that somebody could like inspect the panel. So yeah, we're just trying to figure it all out. Oh my goodness, guys, we're trying to figure it out. The good thing is like the world's going crazy, so maybe things might change. I don't know. I don't really know. I think that it's just the Lord has a plan and a purpose for all of this in our lives. And this is a real messy bun. It's like, don't brush your hair, just kind of like flop it together and flop it up. Yes. So I'm trying to think what else there was. Oh, and then I need to message him today. I am going to message my contractor to talk about the porch, because the porch was like put on very amateurly. And so the way the runoff is going is kind of like coming down, which is causing some moisture in the front part of the house. So we need to get like an overview of how much that would cost to repair. So the plan is over the next 2 weeks to get all of these people out to the house and get costs of all of these things. And then we'll come together as a team and decide, okay, this is what we want to do, or this is what we don't want to do. So that's where we're at. Apparently, thankfully, they didn't come like assess it, so that's not come out of our pocket. So it's really interesting because the financial institution already had us pay for that. So I was thinking that maybe they already did it, but they didn't already do it. The other thing is, that's kind of frustrating, is we've only been going on this like what, 2, maybe 3 weeks. I don't even think it's been 3 weeks. Has it been 3 weeks, guys? I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. I don't feel like it's actually been 3 weeks, but they're asking the financial place is asking for like all these things. Like they want us to like put insurance. They need to, in order for them to like, they're asking for me to get insurance on that house. And I'm like, no, it's not happening. And none of that is happening until we actually get through these inspections. And then as soon as we get through the inspections and know that we're going to go forward with this house, then I'll get whatever you need, okay? But for right now, no, I'm not gonna go and get insurance on a house. It's not my house. Or, yeah, so they're just asking for weird things. And then they asked for end of year pay stubs, and I already gave them the last pay stub for 2023 and 2024. I already gave them the last pay stub of that, but they're like, they want end of year pay stubs. And I'm trying to tell them, my husband literally went to like his department and asked, like, I need end of year pay stubs. And they gave him the same thing. It was the last pay stub of that year. And then they have tax returns for 2 years. They're like, oh no, but we need end of year pay stubs. And so like his boss was like, just have them call me because we don't do that. So that's another thing they're requesting is that. And so I don't know what the heck. I ended up just messaging them and saying, listen, oh, and then they want pay stubs again. And I'm like, okay, for one, my husband's pay stubs this past week were the week that we went to Niagara Falls. So he just has his base rate pay stub, which is not his normal pay stub. It's actually like quite a bit lower because he gets a pay, like a shift differential because of the hours that he works. He works like, they get paid for different things. So if you work first shift, you get paid this flat rate. If you get second shift, it's like this. So like that. So he actually gets an extended rate because he doesn't work first shift. So they don't pay him that extended rate if he's on vacation. They just give him a flat rate, which I'm sure like lots of people deal with that. So they're asking for pay stubs again. And I was like, okay, well, I'll let you know if I give you pay stubs again and you rework all these numbers, it's not going to come out the same because this is just a weird oddball thrown in there. I said, so we also are not even, it's going to be 2 weeks out before we even like can decide if we're going forth or not. Can I not just like give you the stuff if you need that information like 2 weeks from now when we're in a different space, right? Like, oh, so that's where we're at. And honestly, like I'm speaking like this because it's just like, oh my goodness, it's a little crazy, but I just feel like at peace. It's like, okay, this is what I'm telling you. I am not going to provide all these little informations. I'm not going to kill myself over what needs to happen. I have lots of business stuff that needs to get done because I have lots of doctor's appointments that need to get done. So I need to get things situated. We are working on ebooks galore for you guys. I am trying to work on printables for families. Trying to offer things that can be for free and as well as things that cost money. The reason is it costs me a specific amount of money every month to put these out because I have to pay for the service of the person doing that. So I have to pay that person or that company to be able to just link so that you get your PDF file. So I can't offer everything for free, but I want to offer some things for free and then some things for low cost. So that's another thing to consider. I was trying to, I know lots of people, they have products similar to mine and they're going for like $20, $30 a piece. I'm like, hey, I am just trying to like recoup my money, and only 1 month since I bumped up my level so that I could make a specific amount, have I been able to make my actual payment for that off of what I got. Does that make sense? So I'm actually paying out of pocket to provide you guys PDF files. So I need to change that because I can't keep doing that. As much as I love you guys, I can't keep doing that. So, I am planning some that get paid and some that don't get paid. Trying to figure out if there is a way that if I share something, that it could be free versus just having a base rate. Like if somebody was in need, then I could give this to them for free. But overall, it's like the whole cost. Yeah, so just trying to figure out all those things. I also really need to figure out that thing because I don't know. I get your names and emails in that service, and I would really like to, I don't want to annoy you with emails, but I really would like, if I'm having a sale on something, like I am dropping sometimes things like 50% off. I want to just give you an email and be like, hey, I just dropped this 50% off for the next 3 days, so that you guys who have actually purchased or gotten free products will know when things are on sale. So I need to figure out that aspect of things. Anyway, I have lots of business stuff to do. That's what I call my business stuff. So I have those things. I also have lots of videos. Right now, I'm using my daughter's camera because I have my camera downloading a video for you guys, and then my laptop is working on something else. So we have all these things going on all at once. Let me see. I think that is about it for the housing update. It's just kind of watch and wait. I have so many things going on with Azariah over the next couple of weeks. We just had appointments, and yeah, so many things going on the next couple of weeks with Azariah. So I'll be updating you hopefully soon on that. I think I'll probably update you when I'm in Boston, just because I could make like a mini update now, but it's, you know, it is what it is. And I have some really cute footage. I'm hoping, because I have so many videos going in there, and a lot of them are like food videos and stuff. It's like all clumbered together. I'm hoping that I can find the video that I actually took. So that's how it is. That's my life right now. I'm okay with either. I'm okay with getting the house. I'm okay with not getting the house. I think that the whole, like, everything that's going on in our greater world just made me appreciate where I'm at right now. I have a home over my head. My kids have a home over their head. I just feel grateful. I want to be a blessing to others. That's part of, like, my life. My son, he is going to volunteer at the food pantry. I would like to try to, I don't know the community enough. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I could, if there's a need to maybe like do a supper or like soup night. You know, honestly, if I had a big home, I would just be like, okay, a soup night once a week. I don't want like people in my home, but I wouldn't mind them in my home. I just wouldn't want, if anything got crazy, people to be in my home, because things get crazy. I mean, honestly, I'll tell you a story. This is just a teeny story of what happens really in life. So I'm dressed like this. Well, I wasn't dressed like this. I was dressed in a different dress, but we dress fairly plain and modest, and I don't understand why that offends people, but sometimes that offends people. And yesterday people were like at their truck. I didn't even hear them, because like when we're in a group, like we could be like this far apart, but one of my older girls was at the end of like the train of everyone walking by, and apparently there was people like at their truck yelling profanity at our family, calling us all sorts of names, saying that we're Amish scum and just like huge things. And I think we're in times where people like to just judge people from their outward, and they don't know the person. And we're in such times that if you present yourself to be godly, and it's not to say that other people aren't godly by any means, but if you present yourself differently in like a godly fashion, then that is like offensive to people. And then I think it was also seemed like it was even more offensive because my daughters wouldn't engage in this person who was trying to rile them up. And I've seen this before. I recently just saw something on YouTube where this guy was like attacking this Jewish family. And it's just like, and because you're not engaging, it almost like gets people like more worked up. Like, why aren't you engaging? I don't know what it is, but we live in those types of times. So even though I'd love to have like a house full of people and be like, hey, do you want to have a soup night? I'd be happy to feed you. For those reasons, I feel like it wouldn't be safe for my family. But I would not mind at all to see if I could get a community center, a church, something like that, to do meals, like once a week, once a month, I don't know, something. But it would be nice if I could try to do that. So I don't know. I think I'm going to talk to some people. We live in an area. We live in an area, unfortunately, that is very uppity. And even people who go to the food pantry, they're really uppity. And it's really sad. I know that even though I made tons of stuff with my apples, that my apples weren't good enough to donate to the food pantry. So, you know, I don't know. I was thinking on making a bunch of soap and then having some for us and then having some to donate. But I don't know if that would be good enough either. And so I think sometimes we need to change our hearts a little bit where things like that come about. Yeah, I could say a lot more on that. I could. I also got a lot of bad comments on one of my recent videos about us choosing not to vote. And because I chose not to vote or choose not to vote, then like all of this going on outside is my fault. I think that's just utterly ridiculous. Anyhow, I'm done with that. I am ready to shut you guys off. That was my update on my house. And then I have this exciting thing here that I am going to be sharing with you guys. So this is 50 ways to save on groceries, and it's going to be a free guide, guys. So make sure you're on the lookout for this and make sure you share it. My daughter, this is actually, I think, 11 pages long. My daughter tried to squinch it up a little bit, just so that it wouldn't be so many pages as far as being able to give it out to your family and friends. But I wanted to get like all the things there too, because there's so much good information there. So let me go make that video for you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a blessed day. All right, let's go back this way. We're gonna walk to the back. Oh, I see that little path.
Can we like walk on that trail?
I don't know if that's the property here. Let's go back here. Go ahead, run up there.
I was saying go on that walk.
I don't know that it's a walk, sweetie.
What's that?
I don't know.
Should I jump in there? Whoa.
No,
Why?
not safe. I'm looking. What are you doing?